Shortcat might be lying. Is the Teddy Buggy really the meta combo in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? So, what do we know about the Teddy Buggy? Well, the Teddy Buggy is by far the most popular vehicle among competitive players in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But why? What makes it so good? Well, as creators like Shortcat have said, its stats. The most important two stats in the game are speed and mini turbo. And it has good mini turbo and kind of mid-ground speed. But if you want any more mini turbo, then you have to sacrifice a lot of speed. Therefore, it strikes an amazing balance between those two stats. But why does this matter in a competitive match? Because surely there are other combos that are viable, right? Well, I've done some tests. I have done a full-blown experiment. It took me hours to get all the results together and figure out whether my favourite combo, Yoshi Flame Rider, is actually viable. So you'll have to stick around to find out. But what makes speed and mini turbo the best two stats in the game? Because surely there are some other really good ones. If you get hit by an item, then that's your acceleration stat that you need to get back up to top speed quickly. And you need handling so that you won't spin out of control. Personally, handling is very important for me, which is why I like the Flame Rider. And that is just it. I just told you why other combos may be viable. And it's because everyone has their preferences in the game. I go for a combo with very high handling because I don't like spinning out of control, and that's just kind of what appeals to me. I like the feeling of driving, and if the handling's too low, then that feeling is not there. It is a horrible combination in my eyes. So, how does this change anything though? Is the Flame Rider, my favourite bike in the game, any better for me than the Teddy Buggy? I've done some tests. But first, what are the differences between the two? Because 3 of the car parts are the same. So how is it different? Well, to answer that question, I will need to show you some amazing stats which show the differences, and they should be on the screen now. How are they different? We use 3 of the same car parts, therefore there are only marginal differences. For example, the acceleration is the same. A lot of the speed stats are the same, some others are only 0.25 out of 6 apart, which is not much. The handling is a lot more balanced for the Flame Rider than the Teddy Buggy, and the invincibility is higher, but the mini turbo is lower and the grip is also higher. But I've just spouted you with a bunch of information. What does that actually mean for playing the game? Well, not much, if I'm being honest. The changes in things like mini turbo are only 0.25, or so I thought. 0.25 might actually do a lot. So this brings me to the tests that I have done to fine-tune which is the better combination. I did 4 races on the same tracks. Every single piece of footage you have seen in this video is from those 2 championships. 4 tracks. I did the same 4 tracks for each combination. I used the same settings, same driver, same wheels, same glider. The only thing I changed was the actual vehicle body. And I did the Teddy Buggy, which is the meta, versus the Flame Rider, which is my personal favourite. what was the difference? And the differences were quite small. In timings, I timed how long it took me to complete all 4 races in the championship, not including menu screens. And the Flame Rider completed all 4 races in 10 minutes and 17 seconds. The Teddy Buggy, on the other hand, completed them in 10 minutes and 26 seconds. So the Flame Rider completed the races very slightly faster than the Teddy Buggy. So Flame Rider's better, right? Well, not exactly. In both championships, I got the maximum 60 points against the hard computer players, but I wasn't in first for all the time. So I decided to create an extra category to show how long I've been further down the leaderboard and hopefully show which one has been in first more times. So to do this, I added the total time it took, but for every second that the vehicle spent in second, I would times that by 2. And for every second the vehicle spent in third, I would times it by 3. And you get how this is going. If it was in fourth, I would times it by 4. So if I was in 6th for 10 seconds, it would add 60 seconds to the weighted time limit. Yes, that's quite significant. So you don't want to be in 6th. And there was a massive difference between the 2 combinations. The Flame Rider had a weighted time of 15 minutes and 41 seconds. But was the Teddy Buggy higher or lower in time than the Flame Rider? Well, this is the definitive test of which one is better. Or is it? Before I announce this, I just want to say that you should play with whatever combo makes you comfortable. Mario Kart is a game. Games are about fun. It's not necessarily about winning. It doesn't have to be. So the meta combo is for people who have fun by trying to play the best they can. But for people like me who have fun by playing, not necessarily the best they can, just playing, the meta combo may not be the best combo to pick. Certainly I enjoyed the 4 races where I raced playing in the Flame Rider than the Teddy Buggy a lot more, because I much prefer how the Flame Rider handles. So, this is the bit you've all been waiting for. I'm sorry for beating around the bush. The Flame Rider weighted time was 15 minutes 41 seconds 0.03, and the Teddy Buggy got a weighted time of 13 minutes 36 seconds 0.66. That is a massive difference. That means that I was in a place lower than first for significantly less time with the Teddy Buggy. So yes, Shortcat is right. He was not lying. Stats-wise, racing-wise, that is the best combo in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But remember, the best combo in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the combo that is best for you. And that is important. Click the video on screen now to see my reasoning of why I like the Flame Rider. But you have freedom to pick your own combo. And that is the point I will leave you guys with on this video. See you in the next one. Love you guys. Subscribe.